Welcome to my channel Micro Talks. In today's episode, we will study the microbial fuel cell. MFC is a type of bioelectrochemical fuel cell system. It generates electrical current using a microbial system. Let us look at the definition and the components of MFC. An MFC is a device that converts chemical energy to electrical energy by the action of microorganisms. These electrochemical cells are constructed using a bioanode and a biocathode, and there is an exchange membrane to separate the components of the anode and the cathode. The oxidation takes place at the anode chamber, which is anaerobic, and reduction takes place at the cathode chamber, which is aerobic. MFC use an organic electron donor that is oxidized to produce carbon dioxide, protons, and electrons. Let's look at some history behind the production and the research of the microbial fuel cell. So the idea of using microbes to produce electricity was conceived many years ago. Michael Cressy Potter in the year 1911 generated electricity using Saccharomyces cerevisiae. But his work was very basic and didn't receive enough coverage. Thereafter, Barnett Cohen produced a microbial fuel cell which, even after being used in series, could generate only around 2 milliamperes of current. So obviously it was found to be pretty much ineffective. Del Duca et al. They used Clostridium butyricum and they used hydrogen, which was produced by the fermentation of glucose using Clostridium butyricum to generate electricity. Thereafter, in May 2007, there was a complete prototype which was prepared in association with Foster's Brewing Company and the University of Queensland, Australia. They completed a prototype MFC where they converted the brewery wastewater in carbon dioxide, clean water, and electricity. Let us look at the construction of a microbial fuel cell. As we have seen earlier, there is an anode, there is a cathode, there is an exchange membrane which is separating both the anode chamber and the cathode chamber. The anode chamber is essentially anaerobic while the cathode chamber is aerobic. The anode chamber houses the substrate and the bacteria. Anode should be conductive, it should be biocompatible and chemically stable. It is often made up of a stainless steel mesh, graphite plates or rods. Bacteria live in the anode compartment and they convert the substrate to carbon dioxide and water and energy. As I said before, the anode compartment is anaerobic. Electrons and protons recombine at the cathode. Oxygen here is reduced to water. There is an electron acceptor. Platinum catalyst is used to catalyze the reaction. Protons flow through the exchange membrane. Hence, the exchange membrane is also called as the proton exchange membrane. There are different types of substrates that could be used in the anode chamber. You could have carbohydrates, proteins, wastewater, cellulose, volatile acids. Normally, acetate is the commonly used substrate. The bacteria could include exenic cultures like Geobacter sulfur reducens, Rhodopherax ferrireducens, Clostridium beijerinki, Shewanella putrefaciens, or they could also be made up of mixed cultures including Alcaligenes faecalis, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Enterococcum species, Proteobacteria, Bacteroides, and Aeromonas species. Let's look at the principle and working of a microbial fuel cell. So the microbial fuel cell works entirely on redox reactions. The bacteria convert organic matter to carbon dioxide, electrons and protons at the anode. The substrate is converted to electrons by the bacteria. The protons move to the cathode through the exchange membrane, while the electrons are transferred from the anode to the cathode by an electrical circuit. At the cathode, the protons and electrons are consumed, they are combined with oxygen and they form water. Thus, chemical energy is converted to electrical energy. There is a potential difference that is set up between the anode and the cathode, generating electricity. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using a microbial fuel cell? A microbial fuel cell can generate electricity from bio-wastes, obviously, so it is helpful in waste reduction. It can convert chemical energy of the substrate to electrical energy. It can also be used for the bioremediation of toxic compounds. The disadvantages are that it is not very cost effective. The power generated is very low and it is ineffective, and there are huge metabolic losses of bacteria. Let's look at some applications of a microbial fuel cell. They are used in the generation of electricity and bioelectricity. They are used in power generation. Microbial fuel cells can be used as a biosensor. The current that is generated from a MFC is directly proportional to the organic matter content of the wastewater used as the fuel. Hence, the MFC can measure the solute concentration of the wastewater and thus can be used as a biosensor. It is used in the conversion of biogas to electricity. It is used in the treatment of wastewater. There are various biofuel applications. MFCs are used in wastewater treatment to harvest energy utilizing anaerobic digestion. Soil-based MFC can be used as an educational tool as they encompass multiple science disciplines. Kits of MSc for home science and classroom projects are available in the market to be used. So that's all for today in MicroTalks. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching this episode on MFC at MicroTalks. Thank you.